It's been a week since the S7 and the S7 Edge launched, and as the hype surrounding the event begins to wear off, I find myself looking forward to a few things more than others. So here goes, 5 things that I'm looking forward to the most with the S7 and the S7 Edge. So, if this is your first time here, or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash and you're watching C4E Tech. Let's get started. So here's number 1, the battery. The battery life on the S6 and the S6 Edge were good enough for a day of moderate use. Taking into account the fast charging, I didn't really mind it. But given the use of the more power efficient chips and larger capacity batteries on the S7 and S7 Edge, I'm intrigued. I really am. The S7 and the S7 Edge should perform better than their predecessors. And that brings us to number 2, performance, the chips underneath. The 7420 used by Samsung in the flagships last year outperformed the Snapdragon competition by a long way. So the 8890 should be even better. But Samsung's going with 2 different SoCs this time. The other one being the Snapdragon 820. With the 820, Qualcomm returns to using their custom cores. They've also reduced the number of cores back to 4, something Qualcomm's generally been in favor of. This also happens to be Qualcomm's first SoC built on the 14nm manufacturing process. So the smaller chip coupled with a lower number of cores and add to it the liquid cooling of the S7, that should keep the temperatures at check and prevent throttling. Well, on paper at least, you know what they say about the best laid plans. So this is another aspect of the phone that I'm really interested in checking out. Number 3, the S6 and the Note 5 were great, but almost anyone who's used the phone would tell you that the memory management sucked. No, wasn't good, wasn't that great, could have been better, none of that. It sucked, plain and simple, there's no other way to put it. And yeah, with Marshmallow I understand that it's been fixed, but I live in India and neither the S6 Edge nor my Note 5 have gotten the Marshmallow update yet, and I doubt they'd get it before the S7 comes out. So the S7 is probably going to be the first time I get to check out TouchWiz on top of Marshmallow. Next is the fact that Samsung's been at least a little receptive of user feedback this time. Personally, I've never been a huge fan of water resistance. The covered ports, the annoying warning messages, the added bulk, just didn't make sense to me. I mean, think about it for a moment. Don't you think you have a higher probability of actually dropping your phone on the floor than dropping it in water? And water resistance will save you when you drop it in water. And so will a OtterBox case when you drop it on the floor, but that doesn't mean everybody uses an OtterBox case. There are some who do like using it, but then there are others like me who for the most part would prefer to leave the phone naked or use a skin like the slick wrap skin that I have on my S6 or on my Note 5 or on my OnePlus 2 or my PS4 controller. I know I've wrapped way too many things. I guess it just helps break the monotony, and slick wraps have a great collection that I keep putting them on my devices. Anyway, let's get back to this video. I'll leave a link to slick wraps in the description and let you guys check them out for yourselves. So my point here is that not everyone be interested with the trade-offs required to make water resistance possible. But when Samsung removed it with the S6 and the S6 Edge, there were quite a few who were left disappointed. So this time around, Samsung's found a way to keep both parties happy. The S7 and the S7 Edge are IP68 certified without any covered ports or extra bulk. Yeah, they are a little thicker than their predecessors, but they do carry larger capacity batteries, so that's kind of warranted. So this, along with the return of microSD, makes me feel Samsung's got their ear to the ground and are listening to what we have to say. A little bit, but that's got to be better than this. And that brings us to number 5, the camera. The S7 and the S7 Edge will sport a 12 megapixel rear camera. While the megapixel count might have gotten lower, this time the pixels are larger and the aperture is wider, and not to mention the dual pixel autofocus. Samsung says the low light performance is better than ever, and given that the S6 was no slouch in that department, the hype was real. It really is. While I definitely would have liked an IR blaster, a dedicated microSD slot instead of the hybrid, and most importantly, a 5-inch Edge variant, I mean, why Samsung, why? That said, I still find myself liking what Samsung's offering more than missing what they aren't, so I can't wait to get my hands on these two. But that's just me. What about you? What are you looking forward to the most? What else do you think Samsung should have included? Let me know in the comments below. And no, that's not just a line I say. I mean, pause the video now, go to the comments, type in what you feel right now. I mean, I'll even wait for you. I'm gonna wait. Head on over to the comments. I know, yeah. While you're there, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well. So, I guess that's it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech, signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.